Hey guys, Kate Reset here, back at you with another Thrift With Me video. It's been a while since we've done one of these, so I've got some footage saved up. This is Goodwill and Gonzalez. My first thing I go to whenever I go into the store is usually the new carts. I'm looking here to see if I see Oneida. It's not the brand I see. I don't recognize this brand very well, and I think when I looked it up, it wasn't really selling for anything, so I do pass on that. There's, at least on this day, there was like 4 or 5 new carts of stuff out there. I'm not sure if they leave them out from the day before or not. I don't go there that often. This is the media section. I don't know how anybody, like, I guess I don't have the patience to scan every single one of those items, but I know some people that know what they're looking for, can take some time and actually make some good money on media, but that's not me. That's all the kitchen stuff right there. I don't see any utensils or pots and pans that I recognize. I'm usually looking for like Salad Master or some brand like that, but I don't see any on this day. That's all the appliances. I rarely pick up appliances anymore. You just don't know if they work, and none of those looked like they were worth it. This is the items I did pick up. I'm about to show you right here. I did pass on those video games here. They weren't worth it for the price they were asking. The plug and play team gear thing, and this little bag of plush as well. So that's what I pick up at this store. I think one of those was a decent plush. I do drop it on the floor. Yes, I'm wearing sandals. Y'all got to see my feet for a second. And this is more books and other stuff. I don't usually pick up books at thrift stores. I should scan them more often than I don't, or than I do. Maybe that toy would have been worth it. I didn't actually look it up. Probably should have though, because sometimes the Tonka toys can be good. I'm not sure if that was Tonka or not. I'm looking at the cookbooks. Usually cookbooks aren't worth it. So at thrift store number 1, y'all saw me pick up a couple items. The plug and play Dream Gear thing, I haven't actually tested it yet, but if it works, it's probably worth around $25 to $30, somewhere in that range if I had to guess. I haven't tested it yet, like I said, I have no idea where it is. It's somewhere in my house. The plush that I got, which is the other item I got at that store, this is a Goodwill and Gonzalez. I think I got it because there was an Oddball plush in there, and that one sold well for me in the past. Oddball is one of the Dalmatian, the 101 Dalmatians. It's like the ugly duckling of the 101 Dalmatians. So that's why I picked that one up. Probably $15 to $20 if I had to venture a guess. This Goodwill at one point had a whole tub of plush, but whenever Mardi Gras happened, they haven't really gone back to making that tub. I think they are now, but whenever I filmed this probably a month or two ago now, and finally getting around to it because I've been having a lot of garage sale videos. So I'm back to a thrift with me for this one. We'll see how it performs. Yeah, that's it for thrift store shop number 1. Thrift store number 2 for this video is the Francis thrift store that's in Cummington, Louisiana. As you can see, there's lots of dolls, lots of Elsas and Annas, lots of Disney, Belle, Jasmine. I do pick up one out of all of these. There's Rapunzel. I think is that Belle again in a different outfit? I don't know. More Elsa, Cinderella. So if these had been like 50 cents each, I would have picked them all up just to sell them, but I think they were like $3 or $4 each for certain ones. You can see more Anna, Elsa, Rapunzel. Just a ton of dolls. This is the one I pick up, Lady Miriam. I'll discuss in the summary what she's worth. That is the only item I pick up, but I'm going to take y'all around this store just to show y'all. This is the board games. This used to be electronics. They've been changing the store up recently, but yeah, that's board games that are sitting here. Usually for board games, I look for new or some kind of strategy game, like, Risk. Risk is not the greatest one to pick up, but like Settlers of Catan or something like that. One of those games that involves a lot of strategy. Certain monopolies can also be worth some pretty good money. This is the linens, or yeah, they used to be the linens. Now it looks like it's just crafting supplies and wrapping paper and stuff like that. This is the linens section now. Yeah, I go over there and I see that and I leave immediately. I'm going to try and show y'all some of the kitty cats that they have. This is also a cat sanctuary per se. You can adopt cats out of here. So if y'all see any cats in there, you can actually go in there and pet them as well as long as you're over 18, which obviously I am. I've done that once or twice. I go in there and pet the cats. Here's another view. I don't know if you can actually see any cats on this view, but usually they have, between 5 and 10 cats in there or something like that. And it does have the smell of a litter box. So if you don't like the smell of cats, you probably shouldn't be going to this thrift store. It doesn't get on the items that I've noticed. The ones I picked up in the past, they don't really smell like cats. But sometimes, I just want to be wary of that. This is like, I guess, decor per se, you could call it. And then there's a sports section back here. Back here's where I picked up that Superman golf club cover that sold for like 30 or 40 bucks and I only paid $1 for it. Yeah, this is the sports section right here. Is usually where I go. Baseball bats, baseball gloves. I love picking up baseball gloves if I can find them. Bats, I haven't really, I did look these up eventually when I actually got to it. I don't think any of them were worth it. Like I said, the only item I picked up was the one little plush Lady Miriam. I think that was her name. You got keyboards there. Keyboards usually don't sell well for me. That's actually one person that came to my garage sale last weekend bought a keyboard, and that's all they bought. So I don't know. Sometimes maybe I should look up those keyboards and see if they're worth anything. I do look them up sometimes, but other times, like once I get out of storage units, they're just not worth dealing with. And there's all the glassware. I'm not going to deal with that. And then here, where I'm about to turn, yep, is the clothing. So clothing is usually pretty cheap here. It's not extreme prices. It's not Goodwill prices. So I can usually find some clothing. Shoes, I didn't pick up any shoes today. And usually I was looking for the hats right there. They must have moved the hats somewhere because I don't notice where the hats are now. But and then this little sign is too cool not to show. I didn't buy it, but yeah, pretty accurate I think for some of y'all that go on like 4-hour thrifting trips. Here's a summary of what that little plush is worth. So there was a lot of footage from the thrift store, but only one item I picked up. It was the Maid Marian, I think that's her name. I'm not sure exactly, but it's from Robin Hood. It's the female love interest, I think, on Robin Hood. I haven't seen Robin Hood in forever. But it was this plush. It's probably worth around 30 to 40, and that's on the low end. I've seen some comps that go for a little bit more, a little bit less. Again, like the last clip, I don't know where this item is. So it's not listed, I know that much. It's somewhere in my house. Right now I'm working on decluttering, if you call it that. But yeah, probably worth around 30 to 40 bucks, so not a bad find. That was this thrift store in Covington, Louisiana. It's about an hour from my house. So sometimes I'll go over there and go to a couple thrift stores there, especially if I'm doing some retail arbitrage stuff, which I haven't really done recently. But yeah, that's it for that clip. On to the next one. We are back at the Goodwill in Gonzales, Louisiana with the media that y'all saw in the first clip. A little bit more organized in this clip, somewhat at least. They're all just stacked on top of each other. I do find a decent amount of plush on this day. That little bird's probably worth 30 bucks. That plush, that little animal, I'm not sure what it was. Still haven't listed that guy, I know, because he's sitting right here next to me. The leopard, some sea turtles, and the snake, which has already sold. I'll discuss that in the summary, but he pays for all the plush that I bought on this day. And I'm going to keep sorting through these plush. I do pick up a couple out of here. Kohl's Cares, I don't generally pick those up unless, you know, they're super cheap, because, I mean, these are only 50 cents right there. You can see 4 for $2, but I still didn't pick that guy up. I do pick up 2 squishmallow, blue jay, and some kind of whale or shark, whatever that kind. I think it was a whale, I think. Sometimes it's hard to tell in those squishmallow. There's another Kohl's Cares. So I think that's Dr. Seuss, maybe? Some kind of fish from Dr. Seuss. Some book that he wrote. Sorting through the plush, just looking for something that looks interesting to me. I don't know if I pick up any more. I think I pick up a random cat in a second. Like a Halloween cat. There's a Smurf right there. I don't know if I actually pick it up to keep, but I did pick it up and show y'all at least. So there's a Smurf. I don't remember I can't remember if it was Build-A-Bear or not. Smurf Build-A-Bears really aren't worth very much, which is kind of surprising because you think maybe they'd be worth it. There's the cat. I'm not sure what the brand might have been Dandy, or it was missing an eye. I think I'm about to show y'all. Yeah. So that probably wasn't worth it anyways. But for 50 cents, I was going to pick it up and keep it until Halloween time and list it in a big Halloween lot. But since it didn't have an eye, pretty sure it's supposed to have an eye. There's a Beanie Boo there. I didn't pick it up. Nori the Narwhal. Usually now, I even knew that was not worth much, so it probably wasn't worth picking up. But I could have put it in a lot. There's Olaf. I did pick up the lion. I think I picked up the lion. And you'll see it in my cart later. But yeah, I just put it in my cart. Never mind. So there's some more Squishmallow up there at the top. See one up there. Those were individually priced, so I passed on those because they were like $3 or $4 each. I don't know how they decide what to put there and what not. You can see they remodeled this directs that little indentation there used to be further out. This, like I said last time, is like appliances and stuff like that usually I should look at more into them, but I don't. As you can see here, they split these rows up now as well, so there's walkway pass between these like that. And there's home decor, glasses on this side right here. If I'm going to show it, yep, there's glass. I'll generally look and see if I can see like Glass Baby or Glassy Baby, whatever that brand is, but I've never seen one. Hopefully I'll find one soon. I'm trying to manifest that right now. There's the new carts. I already looked at them once, but I'm coming over here to show y'all. Here's a summary of what those plush are worth. So as y'all saw in this clip, I got a bunch of plush at this thrift store. These were 4 for $1, you saw. One is already sold. The Cobra Snake sold for like 13, I think, plus shipping. It says 14 on the screen, but 13 plus shipping for that guy. That pays for the whole haul. Most of the other ones I think are listed at this point. None of the other ones have sold. That little parakeet-looking bird thing, that thing, I thought it was going to sell pretty fast, but it's been probably a month or two and it hadn't sold yet. So plush is usually long tail. That's why that it probably hadn't sold yet. And I probably also need to go in and adjust my prices. But either way, not a bad find. That was the Goodwill in Gonzales. Again, I like to go that one a decent amount. They have good prices on plush there, and there's also a couple other thrift stores out there that I can go to at the same time. On to the next clip. This is another Gonzalez thrift store, so right through the Goodwill, I went here, and I found one item. That wolf right there. I think it was Wild Republic. I think that was the brand on it. I'm not positive, but it has already sold. There's board games. They do have some decent board games here sometimes. They also have a warehouse in the back that has cheaper stuff, and that's usually where they have most of their plush. But here's the media section there. Usually I don't look. Usually sometimes I'll just scan my fingers over it looking for something new because, new is always easier to sell. And then hats. I've never found a good hat here, but I've looked. I'm gonna keep looking until I find one. I just found a really nice Florida State hat yesterday, actually, as I'm filming this. This is being filmed on Thursday. Last minute, as always, for me. But nope, hats are bought on this day from this store. They're usually, I think they're 50 cents to 99 cents, somewhere in that range. It's not more than $1 for hats usually. The only place that I see it charges more than $1 for hats is Goodwill. All the other thrift stores in my area charge 99 cents or less for hats, which I appreciate because hats are easy to store and in general pretty easy to ship. 8x6x4 box can usually fit most hats, so I definitely love picking up hats. This is like electronics, school supplies, stuff like that. The electronics are gonna be in a second, but yeah, I don't pick up any of that stuff. I found one or two items here before in the past. I did debate on that remote, but here's a summary of what the wolf sold for. At this thrift store, y'all saw me pick up the big wolf. That guy actually sold already. I paid $4 for him at that thrift store. He sold for $51 plus $10 shipping, so $61 all in. I think it cost like $15 to ship him, but still had some good profits at that thrift store. There's also some other stuff there that I didn't pick up. We go through those hats every time I go there. I've rarely ever found a hat there that was worth the money to pick up, but you never know sometimes. And there's always, I think there's a warehouse in the back at that one that has plush as well. I think that's where I got the wolf. But yeah, good find there. Already made some profits. Back at the Purple Cow, I'd like to come to this one as well because it's on the way home from the post office. I did pick up 3 hats on this day. USA Tour 2004, some kind of Manchester United hat. I guess when they came and played in the US. North Carolina, Tar Heels hat. My dad loved that one. Just kidding. And the Jordan hat, which has already sold. That sold within a day or two of actually buying it. So that was a good one to pick up, apparently. But at Purple Cow, they're usually, hats are $1, I think 99 cents. So I don't mind picking up hats here because they're so cheap. What's funny is that chess set, I think I just donated that. This is filmed like, a month or two ago, but I just donated that after I did my garage sale and no one bought it. But this is all the breakable stuff. I don't know why I'm looking. One day I'm going to find something worth, $200 and actually know what it's worth and pick it up. Because there's probably stuff there that's worth some decent amount and I just have no idea, usually on that kind of stuff. But I'm just looking for anything that sticks out to me. Fiesta wear, some other brands that I'll recognize whenever I see them. That vintage Pyrex that's worth, $1,000 that I'll, one day, mark my words, one day I'll find it. But it'll probably be in a storage unit that I find it because I don't usually look at glass that often. But some of y'all like glass. I know Dawn, you like glass. Nana Tink likes glass. Donna, y'all all like glass. So I'll show it to y'all and let y'all see it because even if you see something and you tell me what it's worth, it ain't gonna be there because this was filmed like a month or two ago, like I said earlier. But yeah, that's it for this one. The last stop for this video is the Purple Cow in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Picked up 3 hats. Already sold one, but I don't think the other 2 actually listed yet. I sold that first one. It sold within like a day or 2 of posting. It was a pink Jordan hat. Sold for $15 plus shipping. Those are 99 cents at the Purple Cow in Baton Rouge. So definitely made some profits there. Paid for all the hats that were there with that one purchase. So that's it for this video, guys. Don't forget to leave a like. Comment with your favorite item that I picked up. And subscribe if you're not subscribed. Thanks for watching.